Great. So hello together again. Yeah, I just noticed that I looks like I've missed to click on start stream. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, I'm new to this whole thing. Just get started with live streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, about all things NGINX, NGINX Unit, NGINX Plus, NJS. Yeah, let's see what comes next. So excuse me if things are not working as expected, if things are yeah, if we're I'm still learning, still trying to get into this new world. So pretty excited to have you here. And yeah, we want to talk about a very, very, very new release of NGINX Unit that literally came out yesterday. So it's absolutely hot. It's and yeah, a little bit of a spoiler. And it was scheduled as a live coding session, so to do some checking out and live coding and stuff, but I was just too excited, so I did a lot of stuff for the session yesterday. So yeah, that's basically a little bit of a spoiler. So most of the stuff is already done, but I'm absolutely happy presenting you the new features of NGINX Unit. So let's move to my screen and let's have a look. Let's have a look here on the release notes. Yeah, as you probably know, we released NGINX Unit yesterday, March 25th, and it is just one sentence. Features support for multiple certificate bundles on a listener with SNI extension. But, and this is the absolutely great thing, what is behind this feature? What does it mean? I mean, most of you are aware of SNI. I will spend 30 seconds on explaining what SNI is to point out what that feature can do for us. And so SNI, server name identification, is an add-on or an extension for the TLS protocol. As you know, a request sent to the server will be encrypted using HTTPS, right? So that's why we have HTTPS. But as we can host multiple websites with different domains on one server, so on a single IP address if you want, an SNI header or an SNI has the server name or the domain name of the requested URL in clear text, unencrypted. So that means we send this information unencrypted to the server, so the server can choose the right certificate to do the encryption. And it is just a sentence, and I was completely freaking out at the point I noticed that we built something like this in Unit, and that's probably the reason why I wasn't even able to wait a minute longer to implement the feature with Let's Encrypt and Certbot with NGINX Unit. And I had a stream scheduled for Sunday, and yeah, it is Friday night, but it's just too awesome to hold that even longer. So that's why I definitely want to dive into it. So let me start here with a short kind of an agenda. What we want to do here. So I have created on AWS a server, blank Ubuntu 2004, and we have a couple of domains on that server. So we have unit2 nginxlab.com, then we have unit1.nginxlab.com, and we have unit3.nginxlab.com. So as you see, this is the potential security risk. Reason for that is that the CN of the certificate does not match the host name. Right. So that is common. That is something we know. And so what we can do with Unit right now is we can easily use Let's Encrypt and certbot to create certificates, upload it to the cert store of NGINX unit, and NGINX unit will then take care using the right certificate for the right host name. And this is just, as I said, this is absolutely awesome. So let's dive into it. As I said, a little bit of a spoiler alert, I have implemented everything before that meeting because I was just too excited to wait a second longer to do this. So let's get started. So another cool thing is, you may have noticed that I've created a unit CLI. This one is available on GitHub. So I will show you this. If you haven't came across this unit CLI, check GitHub out and yeah, follow this repository. I'm working actively on it and push code to this CLI very frequently. And why is this so slow today? All right, now let's keep that. And so unit CLI is the GitHub repository, and yeah, I'm working actively on it. So I included the certificate stuff today. So this is working. So let's have a look on it. So unit CLI, with the unit CLI, let's have a look what we can do. Use CLI -c sudo will print the current unit configuration. So we will not dive into unit configuration in general today. I have a couple of other videos doing it. We want to spend the whole time today on the SNI and the certificate support. So this is the unit configuration. These are the certificates. As you can see, we already have certificates for unit 2, nginxlab.com, and we have certificate for unit 1.nginxlab.com. And we have a route for port 80, we have a route for port 443, and we have an application unit demo that's basically just printing out this little hello world thing, and the host name. So that's basically all. And I will just try to let you remember how you would configure an NGINX server with multiple certificates. You will have different server blocks. You will use something like certbot with the NGINX plugin, or even not, and it's a lot of manual configuration. So that's what I don't want with Unit, because I have an API. Unit is, the configuration is based on an API, so I can just use the Unit API to make this work. And that's exactly what I did here. So what are the challenges we have to make the full automated certificate process with certbot, Let's Encrypt, SNI working without without even doing a single API call to NGINX unit to do the configuration manually? So first of all, so let's assume the DNS is ready. So we have a domain name that's pointing to port 80 and to a web server on an IP address, and we have port 80 and 443 on the web server. Let's call it unit. On unit, open and exposed. Great. So then we have certbot installed. Certbot is a little tool that's kind of in CLI for Let's Encrypt certificates. So in certbot has a couple of challenges, as you know. Most of the common challenges is standalone. So with standalone, certbot will spin up a web server listening on port 80 and do the called ACME challenge for you. So great, but we don't want this. We do not want that certbot is spinning up a web server listening on port 80 because NGINX unit is listening on port 80. So, and this is the really exciting part. Let's have a look on our unit demo 1, 2, 3. So there is a create cert sh file. Let's dig into this one. What's in here? So this is the first part of the whole magic, that we use the certbot to create certificates only. So we do not want to let certbot install our certificates in NGINX, in Apache, we just want to have those on disk. We just want the certificates. That's all. So then we say, right, this is the web root mechanism. So it's like a manual process telling certbot, look, we provide you a folder and we take care that this one will be exposed and will be accessible from your certbot client on the other side of the internet. We take care of it. The only thing you have to do is you put your ACME challenge text file in this directory. And all the rest is something we can do. Agree terms and condition, and the D is for the domain. Great. So if this worked, we grab the full chain PAM and the private key and construct a new certificate bundle. Because this bundle is something we can upload to NGINX unit, and then I'm calling my unit CLI, uCLI-E. This is a new feature for encryption, because C is already in place for configuration. So that's why I have another letter, E, encryption. And yeah, we're creating a new bundle with just the domain name and send this PEM file to unit. So that's basically all we do. So let's have a look how that works. So we do create cert.sh. So then create cert.sh. Let's do a dry run. We do unit1.nginxlab.com -- dry run. Sudo would work. So let's see. Cool. So let's see. What we do is we do create as a server or create cert.sh. We specify the domain name. Dry run means we're not actually doing something. We're just trying to do it. But the important thing is that this one, verifying and waiting for verification, cleaning up challenges, this is a real thing. So that means the certbot endpoint on the other side of the internet will actually call our unit server and request this ACME file. So let's have a look on this. So uCLI-C sudo again, uCLI-C will print the config. So how that works. So we have two listeners, port 80, port 443. Forget about 443 for this moment. Let's have a look on port 80. So anything that comes in on port 80 will be passed to routes. And this is a little bit different because it is send the traffic to the route object, to the route configuration object. And then we have here a couple of things. So the first match is if the URI matches well-known ACME challenge, share this directory. So that means any request that comes in on well-known ACME challenges or ACME challenge will be taken by NGINX unit. And what we try is we try to find the file in home Ubuntu ACME, whatever well-known ACME challenge, and then this cryptic string with the text file. So, and this is the first thing that is very important. So that means NGINX unit itself is taking care of the ACME challenge. No standalone web server, no Docker container needed, no fancy whatever plugin. It's just NGINX unit and a simple route configuration. So let's have a look how that looks like inside of the configuration file or in the log file. So let's do sudo tail f for varlog, and then we have, I think, access log. Oh, I'm not even connected to my instance. So let me do this. It's unit demo. There you go. So then sudo tail var log unit. It's access log unit. Unit access log. There you go. So this is the access log from NGINX unit here. So now let's do our create cert thing again with dry run. So now let's have a look on the right side here in the log. See? So these are the requests coming in from certbot verifying that the domain and the server is ours. And this is the well-known, and this is the string. So the file name, the certbot is like creating while we're kicking off the ACME challenge. So this works. So this is the first part of the story. All right, so the next one will then be that the certificates will be issued by Let's Encrypt, get downloaded by certbot into a special folder in at etc. Oops. Let's have a look inside of the create cert. So it will be downloaded into etc Let's Encrypt live common folder, and then your domain is a subfolder directory, full chain PEM, and the private key file. So next step is putting everything together, creating a bundle file, a PEM file, upload it to NGINX unit with UCLIE name and PEM, and that's basically it. So this is the first part, but this is not the new stuff. This is something, this was even possible before the NGINX 1.23 release, but now let's have a look into the hot stuff, into the really hot new stuff. All right, so my NGINX API introduces something called unit spec file. It is more or less a JSON file that combines everything you need for your application in a single JSON file. Yeah, and that one is able, so that one is working with my unit CLI. So instead of having multiple curl commands for listeners, for routes, for application, for certs, the app spec file will take care of everything. So what we have listeners, port 80, pass to routes. Great, that was even before 1.23, but 4.4.3 is also pointing to routes. It's having TLS. It's not new, but now this is new. To have the certificate object with an array of bundles. This is new. And this is the real hot stuff, because that means we can create the bundles, we can upload the bundle files to our NGINX unit in some sort of a cert store, and NGINX unit will take care of finding the right certificate on the per SNI header for the incoming request without any additional configuration. So, and I will do this right now for 3. So I did that for 1. I did that for 2. But I did that not for 3. So as you can see, 3 prints the warning because there is no certificate bundle in place to handling unit-3 nginxlab.com. And this is something you want to change. All right. So first, let's kick off the cert sh thing for unit 3. So this is an interesting thing because I tested it 2 times with unit 1 and unit 3 and unit 2. And so let's see if this works. Demo gods, be with me. So waiting for verification, cleaning up challenges. That was fast and easy. All right, so let's see what happened. So we got a certificate for unit 3 nginxlab.com. Okay. Cleaning up challenges, congratulations, your certificate and chain have been saved at etc Let's Encrypt unit 3 nginxlab.com. Cool. Deploying certificates to NGINX unit cert storage. Uploading certificate bundle. Certificate chain uploaded. Done. Cool. So let's check sudo uclic. Let's see. There you go. So we have unit 3, nginxlab.com, RSA 2084 bits. With this domain, it's Let's Encrypt. It's this time issued, right? We have, there you go. Yeah, it's 2 hours behind, wrong time zone on this VM. Valid. That looks good. But this will, there's one little step missing. And you can spot it. It's in my spec file. And I promise I will automate this as well. But as I said, it is like I was too excited to wait even longer to finish stuff. So the only thing that is missing is that my terminal is somehow screwed up. Is that we need a unit 3 NGINX lab string in here, and this one can be configured easily with an API call. So we just need to specify unit 3 dot nginxlab.com. So that means now we have 3. We have unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, nginxlab.com. Great. Save it. Sudo ucli, ucli a for apply config. Then app-spec.json. So the reconfiguration done. We configured the application. We created the master route. We apply the master route. We configure the listeners, certificates. So now let's see what's going on here. Awesome. So this is now using the right certificate, unit 2, unit 1, unit 3. It's all using the right certificates. And the only thing we did, promise, there's no magic, is we have one shell script. To recap that, we have one shell script that's basically this long, and it's not even nice. I mean, you can make this nicer. I know this is somehow a little bit hacked together, but we get the certificate from Let's Encrypt with certbot. We're creating a PEM bundle. We upload the bundle. Part 1 done. Then we use the unit spec file to change the certificate array, the bundle array, to add the new certificate to the bundles that NGINX unit will try on an incoming TLS request to get the SNI and use the right certificate. And that's basically it. And all the rest to make this work is, if you see this, it's not even 30 lines of NGINX unit configuration. 25 lines of NGINX unit configuration. Another 5 lines of a shell script. And that's basically all you have to do. Install certbot with apt install maybe. And that's it. That's all you have to do to encrypt your applications with TLS, to manage your certificates fully dynamic and automatically, without moving files manually from one place into another. If you want to renew an already existing certificate, yeah, there is a cron tab, run every night. You can renew the certificate. You can push the new certs, the updated certs, to the unit API. The unit API will take care of the rest. I will push everything to GitHub after a code review and link it on my Twitter account and in the comments under this video. And yeah, that's basically all on configuration, which is not much. And this is the thing that I'm super excited that it is not even a lot of configuration. It's a very, very small part of config. It's easy to understand, it's easy to read, and it gives you the whole flexibility to do the certificate handling, the installation of certificates, the renewal of certificates automatically, API driven, with a single application, with a single tool. And this is absolutely exciting, personally for me, as I'm using Unit since years. And this was a feature, personally for me, that I was waiting for. And because now I can just skip another part, doing the TLS termination for more than one host name on a reverse proxy. I can now move this part into NGINX Unit as well. So the gap between the need of having another reverse proxy, doing TLS termination, doing other fancy stuff gets, so this gap shrinks, and it gets even, it's shrinking to quite zero with every new feature we provide with NGINX Unit. So I hope you enjoyed this demo. Let me know if you have any questions. Write it down in the comments. I will definitely do another video as soon as I have the Unit CLI a little bit more pretty, updated, and shipped to GitHub. So then I will do another explanation step by step, maybe a little bit longer, to explain this in more detail. But I hope you like this sneak preview of my hacking scripts to make the TLS stuff working. And yeah, as said, let me know if you have any questions. I'm pretty excited about this one, happy to share. And if there are no questions, I wish you a very, very pleasant weekend. Take care and cheers.